Whoa. Gotta flip the camera over like that. Oh, it won't let me. Well, I have my microphone set up, and just know that I'm right here, baby. I'm right here. Sorry for looking up my nostrils. But really, could just be audio. And this is going to be an exercise on what Aquarianism is. Now, I am not the first to come up with it on that term. Ruminating on it, chewing on it, trying to see it from different people's point of view. Where has it been since I'm about to touch it right now? Alright, hope you hung in there. I'm starting over again. Piss me off. Nope, I'm hanging in there. I don't want to do too much while I'm driving. This is just for audio. I could always clip it later, right? Okay, so this is on Aquarianism. What I'm doing is called the Aquarian, and this name is in reference to a constellation, the water bearer, whose Latin name came to us as Aquarian. Before that, in Greek, it was probably something Tokos. I should look that up. Moving forward, then the common person who doesn't know about astrology and that it's an astrological reference will just go to water, and they'll think about all those things that have to do with water. Some people think it's about, okay, you're really into aquariums. We really have a thing for aquariums? In a way, are we kind of just in an aquarium? We are. Well, this movement is here to free will it. Cat it coming, free will it. Peanut butter jelly with a baseball bat. Aquarianism. It is, somebody called me quirky the other day. At first I took it as an offense. I'm like, you know what? I am freaking pretty quirky. And I'm alright with that. I am okay. I'm gonna start even being I feel like I've been holding back, believe it or not, on y'all. I'm about to let loose. Okay. Aquarianism. I might have attention deficit. Yeah, we all have attention deficit disorder because we are bombarded throughout the day with a trillion gazillion things vying for our attention, some rightfully so that we can operate, but others to manipulate us. The whole definition of dark magic is to manipulate somebody else without their knowledge and cooperation. I've heard that before. It could be true. Aquarianism. Damn, dude. Homeboy just cut that person off. Good driving, fellow. For escaping that tumultuous situation. Oh, but you are driving a little bit like a jerk. All right. A lady. I'm all right with ladies voting because totally meaningless. The act of voting. People think it's the illusion given to us that we have a choice is what this voting in this democracy with the Senate, and it's all a racket. Bringing us to court, keeping us at dock, like in the bay on the sea dock. We have the judges dressed up in these black robes. Let's call them Your Honor. Who the I had nothing to say about that. Or did I have a vote? A vote for who's going to be your next slave master isn't freedom. I have a dream that all... I got disconnected. We're coming back. There's something about... Yeah, obviously trying to figure out everything that's going on. And the more knowledge, the better, always. But knowledge is likened to a mysterious woman behind a veil. Isis. Nephthys. Whose name I shouldn't even mention. See, there's a reason why people keep things secret, because it upholds the sanctity of something. What's the opposite of sacred? Profane. But we're trying not to look at this world as profane, and we do that by taking our willpower and then consciously making it sacred. That's why ceremony and ritual, I think, is really powerful. I think we're building in the invisible planes. And then lastly, that comes to earth to manifest. That's just the nature of the process of creation. Really, that process of creation from an idea into a physical manifestation is the mystery of the name Yah-He-Vah-He. The Tetragrammaton. It sounds like a transformer about to twerk your ass. Yeah, I think we got them, like Megatron is the master of the Tetragrammaton. Yeah, those are like, Greek is lit. A phaeton is a cool name. I was thinking about that. Because I was thinking about photons. Because photons... No, there is... My Mars is receiving Mercury right now. My Mercury is receiving Mars right now. So my Mercury is my motor, mental, mind, and communicative functions is going to be, and it's an Earth, so really my body's circulatory system is going to be given a steroidal shot. Gee, the red, fiery, primitive, willpower, ego, Aries, Mars, whose Mesopotamian name I think was Ningal or Ninger. Pluto was Nebo. Those Mesopotamians. Those are cool names. You know, the first god in like Proto-Indo-European ancient past is Mani, and then his where we get like man from. The term man comes from that from the first name of the first god man, which really just a story report about the body that we find ourselves in. The head of it being the ram horns of Aries, marching out first in March, and then finishing up at the feet of the fishes of Pisces. It goes from fire, fire to water, water. So our fire, our spark that is giving us consciousness here, that is consciousness, that is God, that we share in collectively, that is God. And everything, and God consciousness exists on all levels. So is animal consciousness, we're just a little bit more perhaps evolved consciously than a dog with our mental capacity. But dumb. You get injected with Mars. So I'm gonna be very communicable today. I'm just talking. Hey, everybody's talking. Nobody's. You know what? Do I? Yes, I do. But perhaps you maybe too. Only listen to talk. I'm so guilty of that. That they liken the part of God in us, that spark, the fire, that light, is like the voice of the daughter of God. Whoa, that imagery is beautiful. The daughter of God. The voice of the daughter of God is like the voice of our soul in us. She's also the maiden, the mother, and the crone. Crone, similar to the word Chronos, Saturn, old age, or just time in general. Yeah, and the way to, and she's silent, which is like Mary is like silent in the Gospels. They liken it, the cloistered nun. The word nun is Hebrew for like seed. Yes, I just remember to get off on this exit and not the next exit because school zone. Dog, they treat school zones so much differently in white people's land and people of the African American ethnicity, formerly known as, I say black. I really promote having conscious language, but then also just words in some world, we should be able to change them. So if there's a word that denotes this horrible attitude, next thought, expression, then we could, just like every vice in us, we have to take it, embrace it, love it, smother it, kill it, resurrect it, rebuild it, purify it, integrate it, synthesize it. That's how things are. If we don't address things, they fester. Aquarianism calls out for interreligious dialogue. For real though. Yes, we could all get together at Habitat for Humanities once a year. We get along in school together. But then on the greater scale, these meta-narratives, these stories that come from religion, often very intertwined with government, politics, and the whole spectrum of our experience here, but especially with regard to religion, focusing on our similarities, I think is something great. I remember even back in school but they also sit back in school to look at what the differences are and not just trying to make everything the same when there's They do that to protect their religion often. Some religions, but okay, just because Jesus is a dying and rising God that happened to be Osiris, Horus, a bunch of others. That's that's like confirming your own bias a little bit, or making things just okay. Well, that's to this has like, well, it's all. They're trying to make it vague and broad, but really, it's actually a really good argument against the historicity of one character. Jesus, the Christ, Lord and Savior, Mashiach ben David, conquering Lion of the tribe of Judah. We need to be religious literate. We need interfaith that is genuine, authentic, and that's going to be a little bit, could be a source for tension, conflict, but that's needed, or we're not going to have any growth in it, because that's us ignoring it. So then we still carry on these religious stories that dehumanize a large group of people that, if not outright call for the annihilation of them, have them eagerly waiting to see the signs of such things happening, because that is a sign in itself that the sign from heaven will sign your forehead and sign your ransom note from Satan. We need to be coming up with better theologies, ones that are married with reason, logic, and ones that are married together with compassion, concern, humanitarianism, upholding people's dignity, their inherent rights and justices, and to get out of racism, classism, authoritarianism, identitarianism. Get out of worshiping one race, namely whoever chose the people who wrote the Bible, in charge of not just Judaism, but then creating Christianity and Islam. So all those who don't have your idea of God as somebody who chose these people, or if not still chosen, but now taken over and handed to everybody through who? One of those people from a certain class, from a certain group. You think your God is a racist? Yeah, because the whole story is like a Superman Marvel thing, but it has theology in it, just as a Marvel movie does. But this one played on elements from its past. Their scriptures, Moses, Abraham, go on till I'm Methuselah in the face. Methuselah is like the oldest of the gods, or patriarchs or whatever, and he lived for a long time. And there's a star in the heavens named Methuselah, and then astronomers have recently discovered that it is, in fact, that happens to be the oldest star in the night sky. I gotta go.